Chiefs fans' worst nightmare is coming true for this Texans matchup. Let's talk about that. How we doing, Chiefs Kingdom? Welcome in, welcome in. Do your boys a favor. If you're just rolling in, hit that like button. Help get this out to more people. We're going to talk a little bit about the Chiefs and Texans matchup. Most definitely going to be talking about the trenches, baby. That's the name of the game. We got a lot of injuries, a lot of things to talk about as far as who the Chiefs are going to play and where are they going to play, and all the different matchups, guys. But real quick, before we get started, shout out DraftKings.
We've teamed up with DraftKings Sportsbook to let you know that Missouri is getting an early gift from Santa this year. You can now bet on your favorite teams and players right here at home because DraftKings Sportsbook is now live and available in your state. We love DraftKings because it allows us to take action on same-game parlays, props, and so much more when the boys in the red and gold host H-Town this week. New to DraftKings? Sign up today and take advantage of this exclusive Missouri launch offer. New customers that bet $5 get $300 instantly in bonus bets when you sign up using our promo code ACU. With DraftKings, the crown is yours.
The crown is yours, baby. Go download it. Use that promo code ACU. Let's freaking go. Shout out for sponsoring tonight's live stream, DraftKings. Mike, let's talk about this defensive line that's coming in to Arrowhead to try to knock off the Chiefs, baby. They're a little pissed off from last year.
Yeah, they are. Look, man, I lost a lot of respect for D'Amico Ryans and them last year after the playoff game. If you remember, they didn't take that ass whooping like a man.
They didn't take it gracefully.
They went straight to the podium and they cried and they whined and they pulled the same narrative as Joe Blow in his mom's basement crying about the Chiefs getting calls. And we knew this was going to happen and the Chiefs cheat and they pay the refs. Like, come on. You sounded like some weirdo just over here that don't even understand football. And you're over here like talking like this. Look, the media, everybody been doing it, but I lost a lot of respect for them. But here's the thing. If you remember for last year's game, I want to say their defensive tackle, was it Settle? One of them was coming out and talking a lot of trash.
Yep, Tim Settles.
They talk a lot. You had the linebacker. He was out there taking cheap shots just the week before he played us last year. Dude, I'll tell you this. I expect the Texans to come out and play tough. I expect them to come out and play a hard-nosed brand of football. You heard Matt Nagy today say it's going to be an ugly game. Dude, watching that presser today, I'm going to tell you this. I feel like the Chiefs coaching staff, and we seen signs of it last year. Joe Blameyer had come out and said it's almost as if he was scared to come up with a game plan for Patrick Mahomes, right?
Right.
I feel like they're coaching scared like right now. I feel like every single game they give the defenses way too much credit. They give everybody way too much credit, and they coach scared.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. I think we've seen that several times this season where I felt like we were being very, very conservative with the football at times. I mean, if you kind of like go back to the Dallas Cowboys game, we went 2 quarters there without putting any points on the board. Play calling wasn't spectacular then. So, yeah, for sure. But let's talk about this matchup. Most notably, we all know that Josh Simmons is on the IR now with the wrist. He had to have surgery. So, no Josh Simmons. Jawan Taylor might be out as well. I don't know if they've come out and said for sure, Mike, if he's going to be out or not, but I know that he is very questionable. What did he participate? No, still not participating. So, right now it's looking like with Trey Smith not participating, Jawan Taylor not participating, and with Simmons on the IR, they said that they were going to have Jalen Moore at right tackle and Wanye Morris at left.
Yeah. Look,
it's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it works out for you.
Yeah, a lot of people are questioning this. Look, people have made their same old, the ones that just see the Chiefs with rose-colored glasses. I've heard that Andy's not going to tell them the truth. I don't know how that would help, that Andy's hiding which side's playing which side. Right. Will Anderson still going to rush the passer? Danielle Hunter's still going to rush the passer, and it doesn't matter where they're rushing from. So it doesn't matter what side we're playing on to them. They're just going to come eat. That's what they want to do.
Absolutely.
It doesn't change the way they call their defense at all.
But
the way that we line up our tackles.
protection and not is a difference, and I think there is a factor to that. So it's kind of odd to me that you wouldn't want your best guy at left like usual.
Right. Well, we just threw out that short this morning. We had actually talked about Mitchell Schwartz. He come out and said the same thing we did. He said, look, you can't prepare these guys. What if Jawan Taylor comes back in at the last minute and says, well, I'm ready to play? Well, you've had Jalen Moore playing right tackle all week and practicing on the right side all week long. And then you're just going to ship them right over to the left side right before the game because Jawan Taylor. So you have all this going against you. Wanye Morris is way better on the right side. He looks way more comfortable. He almost got Mahomes completely slaughtered. Yeah, he's best on the bench, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely.
But look, I don't understand why they're even letting him up. I would rather have Esapole playing left tackle and Jalen Moore playing right, or switch those and let Esapole play right. I would rather have anybody over Wanye Morris. I would rather the guy they just put on their practice squad, Matt Let's Go, out of North Dakota. I'd rather put him out there this week.
I one up you with Caliendo not performing up to par lately. Put Wanye in at right guard and use Esapole and Jalen Moore.
Right,
that
would have been good. And that was that leads me to another excuse that's been flying around. Andy doesn't want to put Caliendo and Wanye on the same side because that's a liability. Well, look, Andy doesn't view Mike Caliendo the way the fans view Mike Caliendo.
No.
He's never one time even alluded to the fact that Mike Caliendo is a liability. Everything he says about Mike Caliendo, he's a starter in this league. He's the man. They have total trust in him. And look, I wouldn't expect him to say anything less, but I actually believe Andy believes that. And so I don't think he sees Caliendo as that much of a hindrance like the fans do.
Absolutely. He said he's a starter in the NFL, period. He really believes that. So it is what it is. Man, let's talk about one more thing that does kind of help the Chiefs out a little bit. You mentioned him earlier, Tim Settles Jr. Say that 3 times fast. He is out for the season now, apparently, with a season-ending foot surgery. So that is their best defensive tackle there off the board. So that helps our O-line just a little bit, but it doesn't do much for those tackles because, like you said, they still have to find a way to stop Will Anderson Jr., who had been not participating in practice up until today. But he's going to be a full go. And then Danielle Hunter's also going to be there too. They've been on a tear this year, dude. They've combined for over 21 sacks just between the two of them. This is absolutely the most critical factor of the entire game. Texans elite pass rush against patchwork Chiefs O-line. I mean, that's the name of the game here.
Steve, the Chiefs defensive line, still 15 sacks all season long. And the Chiefs haven't recorded a sack as a team in 11 straight quarters. Right. And you're going against a team with 2 guys that has 6 more sacks than our entire defensive line on the season. Like, it is incredible how unproductive our defensive line has been this year.
They've got to figure something out with that. We'll get to that in a minute.
It's too late to figure it out at this point.
We'll get to that in a minute and talk about the defense. Let's do offense real quick, though, Mike. So the Texans are the top overall number 1 defense in the league right now. The first in scoring defense, 4th against the run. And the Chiefs, as bad as people think the Chiefs have been, the Chiefs are the 5th overall ranked offense in the entire league, 2nd in passing. But they have struggled with consistency, and they're prone to drops and penalties and God knows what else, pissing the referees off, I guess. But yeah, I mean, this is still going to be a close game, no matter how you slice it. I think games like this, they're always close. We mentioned it earlier in the stream, but the Texans are coming with a little bit of hostility. They got a chip on their shoulder. They thought that legit penalties should not have been called against them last year in the playoffs. So if they really believe that, they're going to come in a little fiery. The Chiefs have had trouble with matching people's intensity. So, I mean, this is not going to be an easy game for either team. I think, they have an elite defense, but at the same time, our offense is no joke. If Patrick Mahomes can be Patrick Mahomes and we can stay out of our own way with play calling, I think it's going to be a tough game. Now, you mentioned the defense, Mike, and before we get to that, I kind of want to get to the chat real quick, and then we'll get to the defense and talk about what we can do on the other side of the football. But real quick, we got Chiefs 007 with a 2. Oh, he's got a 5 first. Let me get this right. So Chiefs 007 with a 7. How about that? What does a brother got to do to have some of his favorite YouTubers over to the Casa for a game this year? I'd love to, and he pieced this together. He'd love to have some good food and bush lattes on me. Let's freaking go. I think you said you were in Shepherdsville, I think. We'll have to figure something out, brother. We'll do something. We just stay so busy. It's wild around these parts. But man, appreciate the support. I think it would be fun. I mean, I know there's not a whole lot of people watching Kentucky. We got a lot in Tennessee, some in Indiana. Maybe we could do like something all together, maybe around the Louisville area. I think that'd be fun. But appreciate you, my man. And then shout out JB with the 5 freaking gifted memberships right off the rip. Let's go, JB. If you got one of those, thank him in the chat. Put some legendaries in the chat. And we got our boy Kyle in the house, baby. Member for as long as he could possibly be one. This is Caliendo at right guard. You have to have more at right tackle. One and Caliendo on the same side is a certain disaster. Yeah, Mike brought that up just real quick. I'm not saying there's nothing to that logic because it makes sense, right? On surface level. But I'm kind of with Mike. I don't think that Andy Reid views it that way. I don't think he thinks Caliendo's a big problem. Now, maybe he's changed his tune over the last 2 weeks. That's a possibility as well. But yeah, man, I don't know. That would be the only explanation that I could come up with, Mike. I don't know why you would want Wanya Morris on the left side.
I don't know. Nobody knows. We've had another theory that they just want to look at Jalen Moore on the right side because it's going to be his position next year. I'm not so sure that's the case either.
We'll see.
Dude, I'm 100, everybody in Chiefs Kingdom is 100% for sure that Juwan Taylor is walking out the door and never going to see him in a Chiefs uniform again.
It's a big possibility.
I am not at 100% on board that the Chiefs are ready to just walk away from Juwan Taylor in total. He's played very well this year, and if you think about it, he's cut his penalties way, way down after the first few weeks.
Yeah. He went on a 6-game streak?
You should get rid of Juwan Taylor. I think he should probably go.
Well, you have to on the current contract, but we've talked about this before.
We've talked about him maybe doing something to keep himself in Kansas City.
It's a possibility. Dude.
And when you look at how he performs on the field, I think he's give up 1 sack all season.
And that was just this last week.
And he leads the league with he's in the top 10, top 15 and the least amount of pressures allowed. When he plays, he's pretty good.
Right.
You just can't get the mental mistakes under control, but he's done that pretty well. He had a 6 or 7 game streak in a row with no penalties.
Right. Now I know the Chiefs are going to be in a little bit of cap trouble come this offseason. Got to figure some things out. I get that. So obviously on his current contract, absolutely gone. No questions asked. But if they could restructure something, if they can make something happen, where
I'm wondering because look, if you
doubt it,
this is an out year technically, but you would still pay some money. You still have dead cap there. It's just a lot less. Mm-hmm. But my point is if you could restructure and you could get that restructure deal for less than what you would lose on your dead cap, they may not go away from them.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of, you can make a lot of sense of that, honestly. If you set aside the pure hatred from the fan base of Juwan Taylor, which was all manufactured, by the way. But again,
I'm also not
saying that was manufactured by Chris
Collins
Collinsworth and bad referees.
But I'm not saying I condone that action by Brett Veach. I'm just saying we've seen a lot of questionable stuff out of Brett Veach when it comes to contracts. I wouldn't be so sure that they don't look to that at least a little bit. Yeah. I would keep that on the back burner so when it happens, you don't completely freak out.
You heard it here first. We've been talking about it for over a year. So if it happens, don't say we didn't tell you. Chug Step with the 5 bombs to smash that like, baby, and bench Connor 110%. Smash that like, help out your boys.
That ain't going to happen.
He's going to see less of the field, right?
What's the likelihood, Steve, that people smash like first or they bench Connor first?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I'll say smash like. Shamari Connor is not going to go anywhere. The only thing that we can hope for is that they cut his snaps, which I have no confidence that Spags will do so because he's been playing, 97% of the snaps all season long?
97.42 or something. It's really high.
For all intents and purposes, he's played every damn play this year, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
So my thing is Chamari Connor. We've talked about this a lot over the last week, and you guys could, go watch any video from the last week, and we've talked about this at some point. I think we actually had one with him on the thumbnail where we talked about it extensively. But if you have Chamari Connor in for run defense up in the box, fine. I'm okay with that. That's what he's good at. He should never, ever, 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 ever be in coverage. The worst in the league, bottom of the barrel.
Listen, they were starting to move away from getting him out of coverage a lot. You were starting to see a lot more Christian Roland Wallace.
That was the man, right?
And then Christian Roland Wallace got injured and didn't play versus Dallas. And so what could the Chiefs not do? The Chiefs were lining up in cover. They were lining up in cover 1, disguised as cover 2. Christian Roland Wallace was playing a lot of that cover 1 robber. He was baiting. He was baiting, and not the way that people think. He was baiting quarterbacks into throwing the ball over the middle of the field, and he was coming in and making plays. He's very good at that.
Go away, baiting! Damn it!
Thanks for cutting me off, but he's not there anymore. He's not there to do that. And so you've seen a lot more Chamari Connor versus Dallas, and boy, did they exploit that. So look, they've got to figure out a way. If I don't think Roland Wallace is going to play again this week, that's going to kind of suck.
That's tough, dude. Really love that kid's
but
game.
You got to figure out something because it ain't Chamari Connor.
It's not. I think I would love to see more Jaden Hicks. I would almost rather see him in the slot, brother. Like, do anything other than Connor. You know at this point that Connor doesn't work. Like, it's literally just beating a dead horse at this point. Just stop it. So right there with you. Flapjack with the 5 bomb says, remember that time Mahomes was about to be a ref's ass versus Buffalo. Beat a ref's ass, I bet, for calling offensive offsides on KT, LOL. I need that Mahomes Sunday night. Absolutely. They kind of brought that back up. I saw like John Boy and a lot of like bigger creators brought that back up because of sports betting starting in Missouri this week. So they were like doing like old clips of Chiefs stuff and everything. That was one that John Boy like did like the lip reading on. So he brought that one back. Dude, Mahomes was pissed. He was so mad at that call. He didn't even care about the last 2 plays of the game. He went out there and just essentially threw the ball away twice and was like, screw all of y'all. Like went nuts. And you go back and you look at it and you take that blue line off the football field there and it was literally like a toe. Like it was a very unnecessary call. Should it have been called? It's up for debate. I think at that point in the game, with your toe on the line, you weren't told to get back by the...
With multiple angles of Kadarius Toney asking if he's good and the official telling him he was good.
Also being in the same spot almost the entire game and then getting called for it on the most critical play of the game.
Wild. Okay, look, and I'll concede that if his toe was on the line, it's a penalty. I totally get it.
Agreed.
But receivers that far off the line, and there's a little known fact that people don't know about football fields. They're not straight like this. They have a little bit of curve to them. Right? So water and things can run off. They're a little like this.
Well, it depends if you got a turf.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying they'll usually kind of still have a slight bit. But when you look down the line, some of this is a little, when you're that far off the line. So you rely on the official to tell you if you're lined up properly. And there is video of the official saying, you're good. And then that same official throws the flag on him.
Yeah.
What does that look like?
Yeah, I would have thrown a fit too, dude. Well, we're used to that. We're accustomed to this, right? Because D Ford, obviously in the neutral zone by just a bit, completely irrelevant to the play. We all know this. Had nothing to do, no impact on the play whatsoever, but that cost us going to a Super Bowl. So, I mean, I kind of understand why I flipped. But I want that kind of fire, though, from all the players, dude. We need to see that. We haven't seen it
I
in a
was
long
wondering
time.
why. We did a short on that after it happened. I was wondering why people were watching the short out of the blue this week. Like, it started to kick up this week. They're like, people are watching this short, and people are commenting, talking about how Mahomes was crying. And, of course, you get one bad call in your entire career. That's all I heard all week. But I was like, why are people watching a short versus him in Buffalo? But I guess that's why. Like, stuff like that was bringing it back.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. It's pretty wild, though.
Dude, we got some news out of Houston, though. Let me get to this really quick. We got Aaron Wilson.
Yeah. I was about
He's
to
the
bring this
reporter
up.
down there.
Yep.
He said that Texans corner Kamari Lassiter is sidelined with a foot injury. While it isn't regarded as season ending right now, his availability for Sunday's game against the Chiefs is up in the air. The team did add Jamarcus Ingram off waivers today from the Bills.
See the replacement? Did you see the replacement?
No.
Woo-hoo. Ex-Chief Tremont Smith is expected to
wow.
get that start.
Well, that's cool.
Well, here's my thing. Tremont Smith didn't do a whole lot with us, right? But he's had a decent career, I'd say. Nothing special, obviously. But if he's on the football field and in place of Kamari Lassiter, I think you target that over and over and over, almost like they do us with Jamari Connor. Let's just target that bad boy until they can stop it. You know, that's my theory.
Absolutely. This dude was not good out of college. I'm pretty sure we drafted him to be a punt returner or something. Like, there wasn't much we expected out of
We
him.
like the special teams ability from him. I do remember that.
Wasn't he
was
from,
fast, I think.
Central Arkansas or something? It was some random
Yeah.
school in the middle of Arkansas.
It was something like that, man. Like, we got that daggone train rolling in again, baby. Woo-hoo-hoo. JB said 5 wasn't enough. Let me give 10 more, make it 15. New people in the ACU crew. Let's freaking go, JB.
JB's
Thanks for
doing the
support,
Lord's work
brother.
out here for everybody.
Y'all put some legendaries in the chat for JB if you got those emojis. And if you don't, and you didn't get one of those memberships, you can become a member too at join.allchiefedup.com or click join at the top of the chat there and subscribe. Be a member.
So,
it's worth it.
Steve, what's going on tonight? Like, where's everybody at? It feels like a ghost town. I think there's 200 people across all platforms.
Chiefs Kingdom has. Can I say this? And I don't mean any offense to anybody because we love all of y'all. But let me tell you this: the Chiefs have not had a great season. Okay, they're 6-6.
No,
Right. But let me tell you something. It's almost like they fed off of the energy of the fan base because Chiefs Kingdom, in a whole, has been an absolute effing no-show this season. Like, ever since that Super Bowl, I understand there's probably a lot of bandwagon fans. You know, the Taylor Swift thing, Travis Kelce got popular. I understand all that. But as a whole, across all platforms, all channels, doesn't matter who you're talking about.
Yeah, it's been a lot of
everyone's
crickets.
down. Chiefs Kingdom has been a no-show this season. And to me, I feel like that's almost bled over to the team, too, in a sense of like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just like the vibes, we talk about the team not having intensity or not having that fire. The fan base is no show.
Well,
It's
maybe don't you think that the team caused the fans to not have it?
No, it started that way. You could say that with the Super
Well,
Bowl, but
it
it's been like that.
did,
Yeah.
I guess it did. It really didn't come in hot, but there was a time right in the middle of the season where it looked like we were picking it up when Rashid Rice come back that it did fire up a little bit.
Right, baby. Look, all you guys, you got to do the Lord's work. Tell all your Chiefs friends, all your Chiefs family, everybody, get their head in the game, baby, because we just got to make a 5-game run
Well,
here,
look,
which is very doable.
Steve, I was reading today. Look, I know you're preaching the word, and this goes right along with it. I was just reading today and going through our comments. Dude, I bet you 85% of Chiefs Kingdom's already given up. Just every comment is this team's trash. Let's rebuild. Let's tank. This is over with. I get it. Like, it doesn't look good, 6-6, but I refuse. As a Chiefs fan, as somebody that covers the Chiefs every day, I see it, I read it, I watch it. I refuse to say this team is not a good football team. They are good. They just are 2, 3, 4 plays away from being atop of the division.
Brother, they could literally be close to undefeated right now if not for
That's
this
what I'm
play or
saying.
that play or this play.
So
Like,
they
it's
are a
that
good
close.
football team. It's just not, the cookie is not crumbling their way this season. I get it. And even this week.
And they do have
bad
their own
week.
problems, right?
Bad week for Josh Simmons to be out on the IR. Bad week for Trey Smith to get hurt this year. But doesn't that always happen? Tell me the last time Brett Veach ever gave anybody a monstrous contract and they didn't get injured for half the season.
Yeah.
That's just Chiefs luck going back to frickin' the 1800s, back when Columbus sailed over here and the Chiefs were just firing it up down there in Dallas. Dude, I don't think we've ever signed a free agent that's been healthy. So anytime he gives people money, it's done.
Gotta watch out. Lex Luthor with the 2 bomb says 10 flags on O-line, bad Mahomes, mad Chiefs, Cancun in 3. I think this is a negative comment. I don't know.
It's a negative comment. Everybody's
but
in
yeah.
there.
I mean, a lot of people are there, and some Chiefs fans are accustomed to this. If you're an old school Chiefs fan, which most of us are, we've been Chiefs fans for, we'll just say old school as in 20 plus years. Chiefs
Talking about old heads.
Old heads know that, dude, it's ingrained in them to be negative because the team was so bad for so long. You always expected the worst. So I do think that's part of it. Flapjack with a 2-bomb says, get that throat tonsils ready. We get them stretched for Sunday. Let's go, baby. Mike, we're going to tickle some tonsils. Andy Reid said so. But yeah. And then talking about a lot of Chiefs fans being no-shows. KY says, then show some love to us, those of us that are still here with you. We do all the time. That's why you get nonstop content from us. We literally work 60 hours a week putting out content. We give stuff away all the time. I mean, we're doing the Lord's work for
We
you.
just had a Cyber Monday sale where we actually paid for you guys to get merch.
That
We
was a true
lost
thing.
money on some guy ordered a hoodie. They charged us $1 out of our bank account.
Yeah, I
They
paid
said,
$2 or $3 for somebody to get a hat.
Yeah, they said,
Yeah.
hey, there wasn't enough money paid for that hoodie. You owe us $1. Like, we literally give money for somebody to buy a hoodie.
Hey, not enough people cashed in on that deal, though. KY just said the Will of Death hates her. The Will of Death might be a little bit, what's the word?
It's sexist sometimes,
there
I've
you go.
noticed.
Yeah. It's not a big fan of the ladies, but Amy Casey's been on there a lot and won some stuff, I think.
Amy's always on that board.
She defies the odds.
She defies the odds. And we figured out who invented it, too, last time.
Who's that? That poster?
It was about time. He invented the wheel, right? Because he was always on it or something.
That poster? I can't think of the name of the person right now, and I should know this off the top of my head, but I don't. The one that's like, she's making the muscle and she's wearing the...
Yeah,
what's
that
her
was just
name?
like an ad back in like the war days.
What was her name? I don't know why I can't think of it, but
I don't
that's
know, Annie or something.
that's Amy Casey right there, baby. She's defying the odds. She's doing
Let's
it.
go. Steve, I just want to bring it up today. On all days, I pulled out the black beanie and you wore it too? As
That's
if
pretty
we
weird,
had
huh?
as if we had a conversation beforehand.
I have it on. I wore it out today. Got back from work, my other job, But anyway, got back and I just kept it on. I just,
Yeah, I had to get up super early this morning and head out to not the hospital, but it was an imaging center. Had to go through an MRI and a CT scan today, bright and early.
You had to do that today?
So I had to get up and do that today. So I was stuck in a tube for about 3 hours today. But I'll tell you what, this beanie kept me comforted, and I just kind of slept a little
Did you
bit.
get
I
some
realized
sleep?
it wasn't that bad. I just kind of got in there. I was this close to the top.
No, I
Kinda
can't
looked like a
do it.
little
I'm
coffin.
too claustrophobic. Dude, I hated it.
They do it now to where they put big headphones on you. He
Mm-hmm.
forgot to play the music, so it was just headphones. And then listen to this.
That's probably
they
a
put
good
a
thing.
cage over your face now that touches your nose. So not only are you claustrophobic, but now there's something
Nope.
over your face. Dude, I was in there for 45 minutes.
Nope. I'd lose
It
my
was
mind.
wild, dude.
I was like 2 seconds away from a panic attack the whole time anyway, but you just had to close your eyes and imagine you were laying on a beach somewhere.
They give me that thing through the IV too where your body turns hot. You
Oh, the
told me
dye.
about that.
Yeah, it sucks. Feels like you
Yeah.
pee yourself.
I've learned that it's iodine.
Back to football.
Yeah.
We got out of the weeds, brother.
Hey, it's okay.
TGZ with a 2 says, jokes on Andy, my tonsils are always tingling. Oh, God. TGZ.
I don't know about that one.
Let's go.
Steve, did you see this today? Let me bring this up. This is a fun little thing to talk about. Peter Sweeney said, I asked Matt Nagy about the decision to play Wanye and Jalen Moore if it came to it due to injury. Nagy said he met with Andy Heck, and they evaluated the matchups, and they all felt this was the best possible direction given the personnel. So we've talked about that just a little bit, but he's saying now that all the coaches have gotten together and decided that this was the best way to do it. And then we had this one, which I thought was kind of interesting. Dave Tobe come out today and said that it's going to be a minute before Damian Pierce is ready to play. He says it's just a matter of getting ready and learning the offense. He could probably play, but he's not there yet. So now it sounds like not only do we have this tackle conundrum, but we're not even going to get to see Damian Pierce come back versus his old team. And I kind of was looking forward to that.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be a fun little storyline, but I guess not.
Do you
It
think
is
he'll
what it
even
is.
dress as a possibility, or you just think they're going to leave him out totally?
No, but I mean, I think that he could be given some intel. Maybe he has a word of advice here or there, for Steve Spagnuolo. And I don't know.
Man, Did you see Spags today come out and was like, I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving because mine wasn't.
Connor. No, he didn't.
Yeah. And I was like, Spags, whose problem was that? You and Shamari Connor loving ass? Like, you're the reason
I like
everybody
how he
had a
thought
bad
everybody else had a
Thanksgiving.
great Thanksgiving watching them lose.
Yeah, what's he talking about? Like, you're the reason for all the shame and the, like, come on. What is he talking about? This coaching staff's tone deaf sometimes. I don't think they hear or see
They've
anything.
been very tone deaf this season, for sure.
You think?
Absolutely. Pepe said, "Hey, chat, I just thought this was funny because I haven't seen any responses yet, but I'm going to look. Everyone guess what these two do for a living. I'm going to guess Mike's a forklift operator. So I'll give you a hint. You're looking at what Mike does for a living. Mike's full-time YouTuber, baby. Let's roll. And me, you can guess. If y'all want to guess what I do, that's fine. Go for it.
You should know. We've talked about that before.
Probably. Mike, we got a freaking 20 bomb from Elizabeth.
Let's go.
Let's
Elizabeth,
go.
thank you. Elizabeth Reed, any relation to Andy or Justin?
Good question. From a fan's perspective, it's not the record this season. It's the manner in which the games have been lost. No discipline.
Spot on.
Dude, I couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah, spot
and,
on.
and also, it's like not just like the, no discipline, but it's also the no heart thing that I think pisses fans off. Like sometimes more than ever this season, you get a glimpse of the sideline with like Mahomes or Kelsey or whoever, just Chris Jones staring off into space like they just don't care.
Hey, but this is why a lot of people's been down on the coaching staff. Where does no discipline and no fire and no motivation come from? That's what the coaches are there for, man. Look,
Top
so
down,
many
baby.
times, copy and paste after everything. Andy and them, well, we know what's wrong. We just got to get better. We got to execute. Quit saying we got to execute. At some point, you guys put these guys on the team. If you think that Mike Caliendo is a liability to the point where you have to take the guy you paid all the money for in the offseason to be your franchise left tackle, and then you just stumbled ass backwards into Josh Simmons because he wasn't even a thought when Jalen Moore was drafted. So he was drafted to be the left
You
tackle.
mean when
and now
Jalen
that-
Moore was signed?
Yeah, he was signed before Josh Simmons was a thought. So point is, that's the one you wanted to play left tackle, and now that it's a vacant, you're telling me you have to put Wanye over there because you don't like Caliendo? He's a liability? Newsflash, you guys are the one that put Caliendo on the roster, and you haven't found nobody to challenge this guy in 2 years? Your draft picks can't do it. C.J. Hansen hasn't been able to challenge him. Hunter Norzad hasn't been able to challenge him. You got rid of a hell of a player in the offseason.
Darian Kennard, brother. We could have
you got
kept
rid of Darian
him.
Kennard. You got rid of Joey in the offseason, the one that was on the show.
Joe Lombard. Yeah.
Joe Lombard. He was a hell of a football player, could play center and guard. And you choose to go with Mike Caliendo. And now that he has to play, he's a liability? Did you guys forget that you need to have depth across the board that could play the game? This is football. This isn't, crocheting.
What's
With
crazy
people
is,
getting
Mike,
hurt.
if you actually go back to it, Asa Pole had a fantastic offseason, good preseason. They
And
let
they
him
cut
go.
him. Yeah, he's just
Yeah.
gone.
Thankfully, they got him back, but
Meanwhile, they're moving heaven and earth to keep Najee Johnson on the roster, who they then put on the IR, and he's been on the IR all season, rightfully so.
and then use draft capital to get Derek Nottie back.
That's what I'm saying. This entire season has been a cluster F from the get-go with the front office and the coaching staff. I don't know what they did in the offseason. They must have all went on an Aaron Rodgers retreat and smoked themselves crazy because I don't know what's happening in one Arrowhead Drive. It's a shit show over there this season. That's the easiest way to say it.
They've definitely been off their
And
game,
this
to say the least.
decision with the tackles this week just adds to it. Just
Right,
keep them coming.
Shout out Elizabeth for that 20 bomb. Y'all put some legendaries in the chat.
Yeah,
for
appreciate
her.
it.
And then we got Nick Libby here, right on cue, says we'd be better off switching Kingsley and Caliendo than moving more to left tackle. I think moving from left tackle.
Yeah, he's
that
saying
way
just switch
Wanye
the
Morris
guards.
and Caliendo are not on the same side. We already know 100% fact that Moore is good at left tackle.
Exactly.
And we
He
already
did it
know
for 4 games.
100% fact that Wanye Morris is not good at left tackle. So I'll
You know for
double
100%
down.
fact that Wanye Morris is better at right tackle. He was better at right tackle all the way back at Oklahoma. He's
He wasn't
never
good
been
at
a
right
left tackle.
ever. So I mean, honestly, I don't even know what they're doing. I don't.
Steve,
I
he
have
looks
no
like
idea.
Curtis. Nobody's going to know what that means, but we laugh about it.
I could see it. I could see
He looks
it.
like Kurt.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what's funny? Look, I was doing a
I
little
have a
research.
stepson that looks like Wanye Morris.
Let me bring this in. You're going to get a laugh out of this one because I was cracking up. I screenshotted this yesterday, and I was going to put it out, and I want to show you, and I'll show everybody live here because it's funny. Okay, so I was doing a little research on Wanye Morris. I'm like, how bad is this dude? Like, he's just straight cheeks. So I go to PFF. And check this out.
That's not even him. That's freaking Omar Norman Light, bro.
They put Omar Norman Light up for Wanye Morris. Now hold up for a second. I went to Omar Norman Light thinking, did they put Wanye over there? Even worse. They're like, we don't even got a picture of this guy. Yeah, you do. It's over on Wanye's page.
What in the hell are they doing?
What the hell's going on at PFF? They've been smoking the same stuff Aaron Rodgers and the coaching staff has been smoking.
Struggling with it.
What the hell's going on this season, Steve? This has been the most ass backwards football season I've ever seen in my life.
Right. You know what's going on, man.
Dude, we hit
Everybody
a
in the
time
world.
warp that went all the way back to 2002.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
Mike, Brett Veach, the coaching
Let's just-
staff.
Look,
everybody.
I'm fine with it as long as we bring back Blockbuster. Like, just let's do something fun. Let's get back to the 90s era of life, okay? Let's just have some fun. I'll go back to it, I guess. I'll go back to just winning and losing in the playoffs, I guess.
We're never getting that back.
Struggling with it.
Everybody's struggling with it. All right, Amy with a
Struggling.
2 says, Steve, it was Rosie the Riveter. That was it. Could not think about it.
Rosie the Riveter. That's Amy. Amy knew. Of course Amy knew who she was. It is Amy. In
She's
modern day
the-
form.
She's the Rosie of All Chiefed Up Chat.
Rosie the That's her name? I was always, for some reason I think it was Annie. Am I thinking of Annie Hall? Who am I thinking of?
Dude, these guesses in the chat are cracking me up, by the way. I forgot that we did that.
Oh yeah, you're doing guesses about something?
Brian says that I'm a professional baby maker.
That's spot on, actually.
Chug Step says a mechanic. Let's keep going.
Oh.
Chiefer says I'm a bud tender. It's not legal in Kentucky. Maybe if I was
but
in Missouri,
hey.
it could be one.
Coaching staff's buying, apparently.
Yeah, no kidding, brother. What else? Someone said, Pepe said I would be an excellent bud tender.
Gosh.
Who was it? Someone in the chat said welder, and they are surprisingly close because I did used to weld. That was Ray. You guys are close. Chiefer says store manager. No, I was in management for 15 years. Now, right now I'm in sales, so I sell things. That's what I do. All right. Anyway, I just thought that was funny. Everybody thinks I'm a bud tender. Do I just put that vibe out there? Is that what happens?
Steve, I don't even think you've ever done the bud. Maybe back in your middle school days or something, but I don't think
Shut up. What? I said shut up.
Hey.
Let's go, baby. We got Elizabeth with another 20 bomb. Says it's clear that this team overall has the talent to win, sans injuries. But they seem not to care for half of the game, and then it's an uphill battle to try to win games after being stagnant and no fire for almost 2 quarters. I mean, honestly, you could be on the show today, Elizabeth. You could be talking because, I mean, you're really saying the truth. I mean, you're preaching. Preach it, sister.
You know what's
Let's
weird
go.
too? Is that when you go back and you look at all the stats and all the metrics, the Chiefs have been a first half team this year. They struggle in the second half.
But don't feel that way because I feel like with Elizabeth
the defense
here,
doesn't
it's like
get the key stops when they need to late in the fourth. They've almost been a hindrance to Mahomes rather than helping the comeback.
It's funny because I feel like at times this year the defense has stepped up, like the Colts game. And I
Right.
feel like they've played pretty well in other games, but overall, the third down defense has been the Achilles heel of the Chiefs.
But was it not Sean Payton when he was going to halftime in the Broncos game was like the Chiefs team is a first half team, so they'll falter here in the second half. We'll come back and win it. Like he pretty much said that. Like,
He did not. He didn't say that.
Nobody. Look, I'm telling you what's
Damn.
happened. The fans have checked out. The team's kind of checked out, and we've talked about this before.
Everybody's
There is no lore behind the Chiefs anymore. There is no fear behind the Chiefs anymore. They have shown weakness for so long. Everybody smells blood in the water, and nobody fears this team anymore. They don't fear Patrick Mahomes with the ball in his hand with 5 minutes to go. He's punted 15 times.
Right.
They don't fear anything right now. This team puts no fear in nobody.
They put
And
a
I
lot of
think-
fear in our hearts every
Yeah, they put a lot of
Sunday.
fear in
What
the
are you
fan
talking
base.
about?
That's what they do. They put a lot of fear and a lot of high blood pressure medication. But other than that, they don't fear other teams. These other teams have no fear. They'll come right into Arrowhead, and they'll be fighting tooth and nail with us.
You're not wrong, man. You're not wrong. JB killing the game tonight, baby, with 10 more gifted memberships.
JB, that's
Let's
amazing,
freaking
brother.
go.
Dude, we've been
go.
trying to grow the ACU crew, and this is a huge one. That's 25 tonight from JB,
Let's
our boy.
go, JB. Hell yeah.
That's incredible,
That's awesome.
JB.
You guys put some legendaries in the chat. Some of you already are. If you got any of those memberships, by the way, make sure to thank them as well. Very
JB,
generous.
send me your email.
Send me
Or
your
your
email.
your shipping address to our email, which is allchiefedup@gmail.com. I'm going to get you out something for being such a generous donator tonight, because helping the ACU crew grow is what me and Steve want. Like, donations are cool. I get it. Like, we like reading everything and stuff, but like gifting memberships is amazing. That's what helps everybody be more involved, and it gets everybody a chance to win things. We're constantly giving stuff away. So, yeah, man, just appreciate it. But I'll send you out something for being so generous tonight, man, for sure.
Let's go. Mike, we don't have a big dono right now, but we have to have a talk with somebody. Greg Goodwin says, I had a bad car wreck today and I'm pretty sore. My vehicle's probably totaled and I use it for work daily. I'm worried about my finances. I'm not sure how long I'll be off work. Greg, brother, we have to find you a different profession.
This already happened to Greg?
You don't need to be driving no more, Greg. Like, I'm not saying that this is your fault that you're a bad driver.
No,
but
the
obviously,
world is a bad driver at this point.
something's not working out here, Greg. We're going to have to figure something else out. for
Greg
you.
does Uber, right?
Yeah.
Dude,
I'm glad you're okay.
Yeah,
Once
I'm glad
again,
you're good.
glad you're
but he says
okay.
he's sore, so that must have been a really bad wreck.
Greg, you have a target on your car or something.
You must be driving a 2020 Honda Civic like me, because ever since I've gotten it, it has been a magnet for people. Like, I've been hit with rocks. I've been hit with a concrete block.
People.
Like, it's insane.
People.
Yeah, people have hit my car.
Jeez, brother. It's
Dude,
been,
it's insane.
Yeah.
So I feel the pain. I'm glad that you're good, though. And, man, yeah, I hate the
Yeah.
finances part. Dude, people are struggling nowadays. I get it.
yeah. All jokes aside,
it
Greg,
sucks,
I'm
man.
glad you're good, brother. I'm glad you're good. Everything will work out, though. You'll be all right. We'll be praying for you. You'll be all right. All good. Good Lord. Night Hunter says, I got ran over by a fork. No, you didn't. What is happening right now? Bad
What's
things
the
are
chat getting
happening
ran
out there.
over
Y'all got to be
tonight?
careful out there.
Somebody's targeting the ACU crew out there. We can't have it. We got to
YouTube-
investigate. Who's putting
Hey,
hits out on
You think
us?
YouTube got tired of like screwing our channel over? So they're like, we'll just take out the people that watch
Yeah.
them.
They've hired hitmen to go after everybody in our ACU crew.
They're, yeah. They're like, we've had enough of this.
We've had enough of these guys. They won't quit no matter what. We're just going to off all their people.
We need more of the bald guy with the beard in the feed.
Yeah.
Get them out of here. That's awesome. All right, man. Back to this game for a minute. Real quick, guys. Thanks for being here, by the way. You guys that are gifting out memberships and everything, you guys are freaking legends. Speaking of Amy Casey, 5
Amy.
gifted right on the nose, baby. Good timing. You guys are legends. Y'all put legendaries in the chat for everybody. Welcome to the crew, to all
yeah, welcome
30
to the
of you
crew.
so far. Let's go.
Look, since everybody's here tonight, Steve, I got something in the other day, and I wanted to remember the artist that gave away the Taylor Swift cards. Remember we were giving it away on X, and people were crying about it.
Oh, like the football cards?
It was this one. Everybody was like,
She had wonky eyes.
yeah, they were like, oh, it was an AI image with wonky. Oh, I'm sorry. Like, I didn't create it. Somebody gave it to me and had me to give it away. But check it out. The dude sent me another one, and I kind of did want to give this away. So should we give it away tonight? Are there any Taylor Swift fans in the house?
Yeah,
I don't know if that's still a thing, but
Good night, Witchy.
I thought this one was kind of cool. He sent me this one out to give away.
Ooh, I like
Can you
that
see
one.
it?
If I had a Taylor Swift rookie
I'll pull
card,
it out right
I would
there.
want it to be that
Ooh,
one.
I can see it pretty good. She's wearing number 30. What is that, 39? 34?
I don't know.
I can't tell. Her shirt's bent under her
It
breast.
should have been 13.
That's why them
obviously.
girls don't play the football, huh? Can't get them shoulder pads on properly. But let me tell you something. Hey, we'll give that away, though, if everybody's interested in it. Steve, put up a poll. Let the people know if they would like to have it.
Do you want a Taylor Swift
If they
rookie
don't
card?
want a Taylor Swift card, don't worry about it. But the artist sent it to me and had me to give it away. And it comes in a nice little protective case, like a little football case. And if you don't want it, then I'll keep it. Why not?
I got the
Screw
poll
you
up.
guys.
I got the poll up. Okay.
Get your
That's
pole
hilarious.
down and put up an actual real pole with the 2 L's, not the Ole, not the Essa. Get the Essa down.
All right. Before Mike started giving away Taylor Swift cards, I was thanking everybody for being here. Do us a favor, hit the like button if you haven't. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, stop slap nutting around. Hit that subscribe button. We put out more Chiefs content than anybody on the planet. It's all good. It's all fun. We have the best group of people to talk to in the chat. It's just a great community to be in. So hit that subscribe button. Join if you didn't get one of those free memberships that our awesome members are handing out. You can join at join.allchiefed.com. It's just $4.99 a month. You can be on the members only live streams and stuff like that. We give away signed jerseys, signed footballs, merchandise, all kinds of stuff. So just appreciate everybody being here, man. It's always fun with you guys. It has been a tough season, comparably to what we're used to since Patrick Mahomes got here. But I think a lot of the old heads and even some of the new cats, we can persevere. It's not a big deal. Everybody's still having a good time. It's still fun. It's still football season. We still love the Chiefs. So
I feel like
let's
tonight
freaking
maybe
go.
a lot of people's watching Thursday Night Football, which I don't know why you give a rat's ass who wins between the Lions and the Cowboys.
Nobody.
It's in a completely different conference that has no effect on any of my well-being.
Nobody cares.
Do not care, and that's why I don't play fantasy football, because I refuse to act like I care about
I
somebody
always
on
forget
another
I'm
team.
even playing fantasy football and I don't set my lineup.
It's like, bro, I don't care
Yeah.
about Amon-Ra St. Brown catching 5 balls tonight for my fantasy team. I could care less, so I'm not even going to play.
Greg Goodwin with the 5. Once again, talked about his car accident and everything. Says, scared about my finances. Please pray. Yeah, everybody pray for Greg, man. I think everything will work out good for you, brother. It'll be okay. Keep the faith, and everybody be looking out for you, praying for you, thinking about you. But appreciate the support, brother. You should have kept your $5, son. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, let's get to Elizabeth first before I was going to say what I was going to say, but you sparked me. Elizabeth with a 10. She says, sorry for double messages, but do you think the Chiefs can actually win out in all honesty? First and foremost, Elizabeth, appreciate the support. The 10 bombs, the 20, those are awesome. Goes a long way in helping us succeed. Don't worry about the double messages. Do we actually think the Chiefs can win out in all honesty? Here's where I'm at with that, and then I'll let Steve answer, and I'm pretty sure he's probably right with me. I think this is a good football team. I really do. I think we've been this close all season. When the offense was kicking and you've seen the defense play pretty serviceable for a few weeks, we were blowing some teams off the field. Now, look, I get it that they wasn't the greatest teams in the world. But you beat the Lions, and the Lions are a good team. They're beating the Cowboys right now. I think that the Chiefs are good enough to win. They can beat anybody on any given day. But the Chiefs can also do some boneheaded shit and beat themselves. And that's where it comes down to. Are the Chiefs going to beat themselves, or are they going to pull together and focus for 5 weeks? Because if they'll just come together and have a good practice. And I seen Steve Spagnuolo say this yesterday, or maybe it was today. He said that when the Chiefs come back off their day off Monday on Tuesday, it was one of the best practices he's seen in the past 7 years, because everybody out there was locked in and they had their eyes on the prize this week. So look, if we can keep that same focus, that same intensity, and go out there and just execute, and Andy and them just put the right players on the field, stick to the run game, do things to get Mahomes, get the ball out quick, do what you got to do. It's all got to go good, but I think they can do it. Now, do I trust it to do it? I'm at that point, Steve, where it's hard to trust. But I know they can do it, man. So my probability of it, right now, I don't think I'm as bad as saying no, but I'm at least 50-50 that we can run this out, and probably a little bit more.
Yeah, for sure. JB, appreciate you, brother. You're a freaking legend. Have a good night, man. Thanks for the support.
Yeah, appreciate you, JB.
But yeah, back to Elizabeth's question. I absolutely think they can win the next 5 games. I don't think it's a question. This team, Mike kind of hit the nail on the head. Get out of your own way and win the next 5 games, because when you match up head to head to anybody in football right now, you can win. You can win. Mahomes said it best. We can beat anybody we step up against, but we've also shown that we can lose against anybody we step up against. But I just think that's the league in a whole. There's a lot of parity in this league. I mean, you saw the Carolina Panthers pull off a big win last week. You saw, you know, there's all kind. The Giants have really shocked some people this year. There's always teams that you think are no good that still.
The
Everybody's
Commanders
good,
almost beat Denver.
right? Everybody's
They
good
should've.
in this league. Denver has been probably the luckiest team I've ever seen in football for this year. And then you have people like, the New England Patriots, who are 11-2 right now because they haven't played anyone. But like, that's the thing about it. You can't take too much from them because there is a lot of parity in the league. So you look at that schedule, and I've been guilty of it all year. I'm like, dude, I can't believe in the Patriots because their schedule's ass. They play nobody. They play the Jets twice, the Dolphins twice. They play the worst of the worst of the worst of the worst. But we have to be honest here, dude. There's a lot of parity in this league. The worst of the worst teams can beat the best at any given time. We've seen it week after week. But the fact of the matter is, dude, this Chiefs team does have the talent to do it. We've said for years now, and I don't know why we would change it all of a sudden, but we've said for years, if we have Patrick Mahomes and we have Andy Reid, we have a chance, right? It's no different now. We still have a chance. We could go out, if we could beat this Texans team, which in my opinion is going to be the toughest game out of all of them. I think this game coming up is the most challenging. You're playing potentially the best defensive football, number one overall defense, and we have some holes at our offensive line. If we can come out and win this football game, that's massive. Not only is that just a tough task in itself, but also the Texans are right there with us, probably one of the main competitors for the playoff spot that we're trying to get. So you got to beat them and then take down the Chargers the next week. And I feel like if you beat the Texans and you beat the Chargers, you're going to get in. You're going to get in.
You give yourself a lot of grace if
You'd
the
have to
Chargers
lose.
continue
I feel like at that
to
point,
lose.
at that point, I feel like you'd have to lose 2 of your last 3 to be out.
Right. And if you guys haven't watched our video that we released on Wednesday, we brought up the simulation of the playoffs, the playoff simulator. We went through a bunch of different games, scenarios, and we found out that the Chiefs can still get in the playoffs with losing another game. They just can't lose to the Texans or the Chargers. But if they were to say lose to the Broncos, because I mean, the Broncos still are a good team. If they were to lose that game, they're still not mathematically eliminated. They could still get in, and they were getting in as like a 7 or a 6 seed.
I do think you guys should go watch that video. If let's just put it this way: if you guys are in the negative Nancy side of things right now, which is okay if you are, it's totally warranted. So not talking trash on you or anything, but go watch that video and tell me that doesn't make you feel a little bit better about the playoff. I feel like it has
to, because now we've heard Chiefs got to win out. Chiefs got to win out. We strictly showed you that the Chiefs didn't even have to win out. They can still lose one as long as it's not to the Chargers or Texans. And of course, that all depends on, Steve. The Jags have to come back and take the division from the Colts. That's a big one. But the Jags are a better football team than the Colts right now, especially with Daniel Jones injured. He's playing through like a broken fibula or something like that. It's crazy.
Right.
And then on top of that, who was the other one? There was one other one that we were just kind of picking willy-nilly, but it may have been the Chargers. We give the Chargers a win over Dallas at Jerry's World. We all know how the officiating goes there. We give them a win this week over the Eagles. They may not beat the Eagles this week.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. It's basically us versus the Chargers right now. We got to win out more than the Chargers. That's basically the big one.
And they have a tough last 5 games.
Yeah, they got a grueling last 5 games.
Terry with the 3. Let's go, Terry. Appreciate you.
Appreciate
Thanks so
it.
much. We got Chug Step with the 5 bomb. Says, am I right to be excited to see Pierce, or is this the shiny toy thing? I think you have a right to be excited about that. I think Dameon Pierce has potential to be a really good football player. We saw that in his rookie season, his sophomore effort. He's a good football player. He's a good running back. My problem with this is not getting too excited about it because of how we like to use off like in-season acquisitions and also the running back position itself. So like Dameon Pierce is definitely one of those guys that you want to give a lot of touches to and let him do his thing. And, you know, with Pacheco being back now, Kareem Hunt still doing his thing. We're still not getting Brashard Smith any carries or utilizing him properly. It's going to be tough, but I hope that they get him out there and give him some opportunities, man, because I do think that he has a lot of talent.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I mean, I don't really know what else to add except for the fact that Pierce, he may not even play this week, though. We've seen where Tobe kind of outed him. He said he's been returning kicks, but he's not equipped to run the offense right now, so he may not even get to carry the ball any this week.
Let's hope Dave Tobe gets it together. We need some good special teams week. We haven't had one of those in a long time.
Oh, David Tobester.
Dave Tobe.
Boy, he's had a down season, huh?
Big Tobe.
I feel like everybody's kind of just been off their game this year with the Chiefs, huh?
It's been pretty bad. But you know who's not off their game, Mike? Zarda Barbecue. Shout out Zarda Barbecue for sponsoring tonight's live stream. They're never off their game. Their food's always chef's kiss. Get over there, get you some burnt ends, get you a KC takeaway sandwich, baby. Compliments of Ashton freaking Gelati. That sandwich is great, dude. They sent us some. Me and Mike had one. So good, so good. It's burnt ends, it's ham, it's pulled pork, it's pepper jack cheese, Creole seasoning, and barbecue sauce. Hell yeah, baby. All day, every day. They also have $11 lunches. Get over there for lunch, grab you an $11 lunch. You will not be disappointed. Also, let them know All Chiefed Up sent you their way. Let's freaking go, baby. Mike, we got Chiefs 007 with the 2 bomb. Says, would y'all be open to moving off CJ next year? There was at one point where I thought, CJ, you cannot. And I'm at this weird crossroads right now because one side of my brain's telling me you can't get rid of CJ. That's insane. He's the only person on your defensive line that does anything. And the only reason he's not producing is because he's the only one that does anything. Right? So it's like, how much worse can it get? I don't know. Take CJ off there and find out. But at the same time, I also feel like at this point, it's like, I'm willing to part ways with just about anybody on this football team that's not named Patrick Mahomes. I think if there's a close second, I think one that we have to make sure we keep on this football team is Rashee Rice. Like those two, I feel like are a good little combo going forward. Obviously, got to have the offensive line. It's the most important thing. And the defensive line is the most important thing about the defense. It's always the trenches, but I don't know, man. I'm kind of at odds with this one because I'm a huge CJ fan. And I do think that we've done him kind of dirty by not putting anybody around him. And the one time we actually did, we went out in the draft and got Omar Norman Lott in the second round. We tried to beef him up and make him a fat run stuffer and got him hurt. Ignorant. That was one of the dumbest decisions I've ever seen by this coaching staff. So, yeah, it sucks, man. Like, George Karlaftis is George Karlaftis. I love him. He's a hard worker, huge motor, and he is good. He gets a lot of pressure, but he don't get home very much. He's nothing crazy. He's not going to be in that elite category. I have to stay on the side of the fence right now. It's like I don't think I can move off CJ because this defensive line's too bad. Like, you can't take your best player off of it when it's already weak. That's kind of where I'm at.
I'll say this. Look, let me just bring this up. Will you move that off the screen, Steve, so we can see the graphic I'm going to throw up?
Yeah.
This is up to date. This is pass rush grades in the NFL. Jeffrey Simmons is number 1 with a 91, basically. Chris Jones is number 3 in the entire NFL in pass rush.
Of course. I mean, he's the best defensive tackle in football.
He's number 3. He's above Dexter Lawrence. He's above all these other guys you see. Let's go to this one. This is total pressures. He's number 5 in the NFL total pressures. Now, his sack total is a little bit lower. He's at 3.
It's hard to get home when you're facing double teams
Right.
and no one else is putting any pressure from the other side.
But also, I think a lot of people would have taken Quinnen Williams. We were hearing people talking about trading for Quinnen Williams. He's got 3 sacks. He's got one more pressure. That's just one more pressure than Chris Jones. So that's what I'm saying. And then Jeffrey Simmons, he was highly regarded as somebody that people thought we should go trade for. He's got less pressures than Chris Jones. And all these guys are playing with defensive lines that are a lot more impressive than what Chris Jones has got to work with. So, yes, Chris Jones he's not as dominant as he's been in years past. He's getting older. Yes, that's a thing. It's totally a thing, and I totally understand getting out of a contract early before he just completely craps the bed. But look, there's also something to showing players like that some loyalty and to keeping them around. And the Chiefs have done nothing to help this guy. And he's still ranked, number 3 in entire pass rush grade in the league and number 5 in pressures throughout the year. And again, they haven't really got the sacks. But I think what's happened is a lot of teams have started just basically figuring out, like, if the Chiefs, you don't have to do a lot. You got to pretty much defend Chris Jones, or you got to block Chris Jones. You got to block George Karlaftis to a certain degree. And who else on our team's doing anything? Like, nobody fears nobody. And then when we're having to come out here and blitz to create pressure, Spags' blitz haven't even been getting home. People's just been eating those alive. So really, Chris Jones is just not getting any help. And honestly, he don't even have any rotational pieces this year. He's playing a ton of snaps. So
yeah, I think that
don't know about it.
A lot of the, not necessarily CJ hate, which there is some of that, but I think a lot of people being down on him, it's a little unwarranted, honestly. I do. I think that he's actually been playing pretty freaking well, and it's just our defensive line's weak.
Don't you also feel too, Steve, like Chris Jones has been he's a unicorn. Like Aaron Donald, Quinnen Williams, Dexter Lawrence to a certain degree, like these newer age defensive tackles get after the quarterback. But for the longest time, those guys were not quarterback chasers, and they definitely didn't get big-time sacks in double digits.
Right.
But Chris Jones did that, and now that he's pulling back a little bit, it doesn't mean he's being ineffective. It just means he's not being able to do that right now, and maybe he's doing other things. So this is another fail on the Chiefs, Steve, that I've been talking about for a year and a half, 2 years. They will not get anybody on this defensive line that'll get after the passer. And it's just another coaching fail. Add it to the list this year.
Right. We have to have a guy that can set the edge and be a certain height and certain weight. And they never want to go after the athletic Nick Bonitos of the world that can just get the job done. And then we watch it happen on divisional rivals with people that we could have got. And I mean, that's just the fact of the matter. Brenda Pike, been a member for 28 months now, been a huge supporter of the channel since day one. Let's freaking go, Brenda. She says, been a longtime Chiefs fan, so missing a playoff or the Super Bowl was regular for us. Doesn't mean we just give up. We pick ourselves up and try again the next year, have faith in our boys. And that's the thing, kind of goes along with what we were talking about earlier. We're not done this year. Mathematically, you're not eliminated from this. So I think it's asinine for people to give up on this football team right now, especially with the team that we have as far as talent and the players that are there. The fact that you got Patrick Mahomes, you got the best coach in the league, you got the best quarterback in the league, you got the best defensive tackle in the league. Travis Kelce's having a monster season, guys. We haven't even talked about Travis. Everybody's talking about, is he going to retire next year? He's the best tight end in football. Him and Trey McBride, bro. Who is 20 years younger than him.
Think about how down, though, Chiefs fans are. Just a year ago, people were so enamored and just pumped about Mahomes. You didn't give up even when there was just 13 seconds on the clock. We got Mahomes. We got 5 games left to go in the season, and people are giving up. Like, you wasn't willing to give up in 13 seconds, but now you're willing to give up in, what's 60 times 5? Way too much. But that's how many minutes of football we got left.
Mike, it's Christmas season.
Come on now.
It's Christmas season. Magical things happen in Christmas season.
Don't make me pull out a Felice Navidad for him.
Magical things happen, Mike.
But I'm not going to do it.
But, Mike, it's perfect timing. Go for it.
It might be. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. That's all they get, man.
Navidad.
They're not getting the rest until they win this game, and then they get a full Feliz Navidad for the season.
I think I missed one here. I'll have to go back. But Tiger Atlas or Romastama with the 5-bomb said the odds suggest 2 or 3 more coaching malpractice games in a 5-game stretch.
God, for sure.
Brother, it's been tough. That's the main thing. It starts from the top down. And if we're going to win out these last 5 games, obviously a lot of it's execution, and the players have to have the heart to do it and want to be there and win and be disciplined and don't do stupid things. Don't turn the ball over. Don't commit dumb penalties, all that. But it starts at the top. These coaches have to get their heads on straight. And I'm right there with you. I think, if they don't, then expect to see some more dumb stuff in the next 5 games. I mean,
Steve, they have to. What do you give it? Is it a 50-50 split? I'm going to give you 2 things, and you got to put it in the pie chart. So it could be 50-50, 75-25. No execution or poor execution. Coaching malpractice. Where's that at for you? Because I feel like there's a lot more coaching malpractice I'm seeing that's causing the lack of execution a lot.
Absolutely. We've seen games where everyone played very well, and we still lose. And 9 out of 10 times it's because of some of the personnel that was on the football field, like Jamar Connor giving up every 3rd down on the
Or
planet.
Andy not sticking to a run game.
Exactly. So, I mean, I think it's easily 50-50.
I think it could be worse.
Probably more weighted towards the coaches.
70% coaches.
Yep.
Because I think even when you start looking at on-field execution, that's coaches not holding you accountable.
Yeah, for sure. Elizabeth with another 10 bombs says, agreed. Thank you both so much. Let's go Chiefs. For whatever reason, I believe they're not done.
Let's
Chiefs
go.
for life. Mike, I know it could just be false hope. It could just be the fandom inside me, but I have that gut feeling. I even told you this off camera. I got that gut feeling, man. I feel like the Chiefs are about to run this table here and make a good run at a Lombardi in a season where everyone was calling it quits in December.
Dude, this is the next Lifetime movie. It's called A December to Remember. Trent McDuffie talked about it.
Hey.
Does this not the most theatric thing ever? When everybody in the world wants to dance on the Chiefs' grave and Patrick Mahomes, does Patrick Mahomes pull 5 in a row off and get us back to the Super Bowl? That would be the most insane. Dude, you want to talk about us being hated now? It would go to levels. They may be trying to burn down our stadium.
What a
before it's
great
over with.
opportunity to have. A lot of people are mad about this season, and they're like, "Dude, this sucks. It's over. It's over. Let's talk
But
about next
maybe
season." No,
it's the way it was
what a
meant to
beautiful
be.
opportunity to have right now. You got the whole world who has done nothing but talk shit about you for years, and they're loving every minute of this. You have the opportunity now to hit them where it freaking hurts. Just when they think that they've won,
Oh.
and they can talk all the shit. You turn it sideways and jam it up their candy asses and go
Yeah.
for a Super Bowl.
Just like
dude, that
remember
would
back
be
in the day?
fantastic.
We used to watch wrestling back in the day. We used to love the Undertaker. They used to thought they got him when he just sat straight up. This is that game where the Chiefs sit straight up.
This
and
is
they
that
say,
Undertaker game, baby.
Y'all done. They said, "Oh, we done pissed off the wrong team."
Let's freaking go,
Dude, I love it. This is our Undertaker run, baby. Let's go.
Chiefs 007 with another 5 bomb, says cap not being an issue, and you can have one pick, offensive or defensive. Who would you add to the roster next year?
Out of free agents?
I don't even know who's free agents next year. Can we just pick anybody? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I don't really know who the free agent list is next
Go
year
to the
either.
free agent list, find the best pass rusher, put them on the team.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you just say position. It's got to be a pass rusher.
Absolutely. Anyone that can help us get pressure on a quarterback, Chiefs 007.
It's got to be a
That's my
pass
answer.
rusher.
That's my answer. Appreciate you, brother. Brenda with the 2 says, I would think Pat yelling at Wanye at left tackle. Man, I'll tell you what. If Wanye, if they put him over there at left tackle, if they show that guy that they have confidence enough in him to go up against Will Anderson Jr. and Danielle Hunter the entire game on Patrick Mahomes' blind side, he better damn well show out. I don't want to see no failures. I don't want to see him laughing and giggling on the damn sideline. I want to see pure and total fire coming from that boy's eyes. I want to see, I just want to see him kick some ass, dude. Take it serious. Get out there and get it done. I mean, this is a golden opportunity. We're talking about good opportunities. This is a golden opportunity for Wanye. You know? So, like, dude,
Yeah.
I'm cheering for him. I think Wanye's probably a good kid. I mean, but dude, now's the time. Step up. It's do or die for you, bro. It is. Amy Casey with the 5 bomb says, do you think
Yeah.
that there's a coaching change in the offseason? Maybe not. I don't know. So Andy has kind of been loyal to this crew to a fault. You've seen kind of the downfall this season, right? Just bad coaching across the board. So I do think if the Chiefs don't cash in here and they don't make it to the playoffs and they don't do anything, I think you absolutely have to chop some heads. I don't think it's a question. So if they do make it to the playoffs, make a good run at the Super Bowl, I think you still mix it up a bit. But I think it comes more from a different place. Like, oh, let's get some fresh faces in here. Let's do this and that. Now, if you don't make the playoffs and you go out quietly into the night and get made fun of by everybody on the planet, heads roll. I mean, one way or another, I do think that we'll see a little bit different coaching staff next season for one reason or another. When you
Also,
think
you got to wonder who would be. You got to wonder who they would go. You know, Andy's not going to get rid of Steve Spagnuolo. If he don't get a head coaching job or wants to leave on his own, he ain't going. Spags pretty much is going to pick his defensive coaches.
I don't think.
I don't see him getting rid of Merritt and Joe Cole.
Now,
and all
I
them.
do think that if Tobe were to go, I think I know the reason why. We won't even talk about it. So Tobe could go, and that wouldn't surprise me. But
other
at the
than
same
that,
time, yeah.
Even think about this. Like the fans, none of us like Matt Nagy, but everybody deep down knows that Andy calls those plays. Andy knows it. Andy's not going to come out and just sacrifice Nagy in his honor. Like, it's not going to happen.
You also have to
So
remember,
I don't know.
none of the players and none of the other coaching staff see Matt Nagy in the light that a lot of the fan base sees him in. They don't.
Well, because, again, a lot of people
lot of
are
the
under
league
impression
don't.
that he calls plays, but he just does not.
He sort of does. We gave the breakdown.
But Andy tells him what to call.
Andy calls them plays.
Yeah.
007 with another 5 says, I've never wavered. Pat is still Pat. If the losses were blowouts, it'd be different. It's self-inflicted. You just got to lock in. 110%, dude. I think if you took every loss the Chiefs have had this season, that's 6 of them. I think that we've lost by a total of 15 points. That's off the top of my head. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. But I think that we've only lost by a total of 15 points and 6 losses, dude. That's crazy to think about. That's one ball rolling your way. That's one interception that Nick Bolton didn't stonehand.
Yeah.
That's one pass that Travis Kelce didn't drop. That's one field goal, one extra point that Harrison Butker didn't shank at the beginning of the season. There's so much that goes into it. And yeah, like you said, man, you just got to lock in. You got to lock in. You got to be careful with the football. You got to play your heart out and just get it done and be disciplined. Don't do anything dumb. Don't be a slapnut.
So last week, Andy kind of got a little he got a little away from the run game. But if you remember the week before, he pounded Kareem Hunt 30 times. And even Tony Romo was saying, look, when it's crunch time, Andy goes to the run. This is a crunch time week. Do you think they're going to go back to the run this week? Do you think we see a healthy
I think
dose
you
of the run game?
absolutely have to, especially
Because
with
that
Tim
slows
Settle
down
Jr.
pass
being
rushers.
out. With their defensive tackle, their best defensive tackle being out, you have to.
Look,
you have to stifle that.
It
those
slows
edge
down
rushers.
pass rushers. It makes them have to play the run. So even when you do pass, I think the Chiefs could take advantage of that by playing a little bit more under center. I think you could see that a lot more. I don't know if they will. I think
Nagy
you could
did
get
address that.
You
Did
could
you-
get a
did you hear
screen
that?
game going. That's going to slow them down a little bit. I think you've got to use everything to your advantage here. And a lot of people think that they're going to put Wanye on the left side next to Kingsley and Creed, and that's where they're going to run the ball because Wanye's a better run blocker than a pass blocker.
Right.
So we'll see how that works out too. I don't know, but I feel like if this is really do or die for the Chiefs, Andy may rely on the run a little bit more this week because if anything, if you can keep their defense on the field when it comes late, they're going to be more tired. Think about it. In the game that we ran the ball 30 times, we ran 90-some offensive plays. How tired do you think that defense was?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Matt Nagy covered this in the presser. He said that they need to be running the ball from under center more. And he said that they need to be passing more from under center.
Pass the ball
So,
from under center.
Yeah. I mean, if your OC's saying it, then make it come to fruition.
Well, let's see. Well, look, if that doesn't happen, then we're going to know that Matt Nagy doesn't call plays. It's going to be very definitive.
You think that was his way of throwing it out there? Like, hey, guys, I kind of want to do this. Andy's
Right.
not
So
wanna
now,
do it.
look, if they get up there and they start running a lot more from under center this week and they pass from under center, then I'm going to be like, okay, maybe Nagy's got some pull. But if
Nagy
it's the same
finally
stuff, I'm
said
going to be like,
something.
Nagy doesn't do nothing, does he?
Shout out Jeff freaking Simpson with a 20 bomb. Let's go, baby. Says, could you imagine after all this?
Oh, my
and we
God.
ended up with another Chiefs-Eagles Super Bowl. I'm all for it. But I'll tell you this, Mike. If you remember, probably wasn't 2 weeks after the Super Bowl, after we got our asses handed to us.
Yeah.
I said one thing. I said the Eagles will not be back to the Super Bowl next year, but the Chiefs will play who? Who did I say?
Who did you say?
The Los Angeles Rams.
You did.
Okay, and I still, right now, think that could be the Super Bowl this year. It could. I'm
Yeah.
still holding on to that. Okay, so that's where I'm at, dude.
Yeah, I think the Eagles, there's a lot of Eagles fans turning on their team. I've seen them commenting all week being like, well, we've imploded. It's over.
Oh, yeah. They don't look all that great. They really don't.
Dude,
They're
they need to look
vulnerable.
really good this week and beat the Chargers.
Yeah. Don't suck this week, guys.
No, if you're going to suck.
But I
you
did see
suck
where
next
Jalen
week.
Carter's out for the game. Imagine that.
That's okay. He ain't done nothing hardly all year anyway.
I think he's been running for office in South Carolina or somewhere anyway, right? Or Georgia.
Georgia?
Georgia. Okay. Yeah.
Him and Mama Abrams out there somewhere just embezzling money.
Yeah, but no, Jeff, that's the thing, man. Like I said, what a beautiful opportunity to have here.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
you're 6-6. You can't go back in time. You can't change nothing. But why would you not look at it as like we have an opportunity to shut everybody up hard, dude?
Dude,
Like-
if the Chiefs pull off this game and then beat the Chargers next week, then instantly everybody starts looking at that schedule and being like, they get the Raiders and they get the Titans
gonna
coming
see-
up.
look,
Dude,
if
people
they
are going
beat
to start getting really scared if the Chiefs start getting into the playoffs.
If they beat the Texans and they turn around and beat the Chargers, watch the tone of all the non-ball knowers online flip.
It'll get right
They're
back
all
to the
going to
Chiefs are
go
getting the
back to
calls.
yes.
Yeah, it'll get right
Here
back.
we go. It's scripted.
And then you'll have the Colin Cowherds of the world being like, I was never off of the Chiefs. I
right.
told you all the time. No.
But you'll
no,
still
you
have Jason
didn't.
McIntyre out there being like, the Chiefs are going to go 1-16 and they'll never win ever again.
Jason McIntyre, how that guy ever got a job professionally, I'll never know.
I think they interviewed him. They said, this guy is a complete dumbass. Like, it'll be hilarious to put this dude.
They said, let's watch this guy bomb every day.
We need a slap nut, okay? And this is the guy. Tiger Atlas with the 5 bomb says, not giving up, just realistic. I'll still waste 15 hours watching 5 losses if they don't rise up. 100%. You never not support the Chiefs, baby. I mean, it is what it is. Win, lose, draw, everybody's still Chiefs Kingdom. We're all Chiefs Kingdom, baby. I have full faith in them. I think we're going to do this. I really do. Appreciate the 5.
It makes me feel better that this is a big pivotal week and we're going to have the Arrowhead crowd behind us. Like, if that Arrowhead crowd can't
Bring
show
it,
up and
baby.
get wild, dude, I think that'll get us over the hump this week. And I think this, like you said, is the biggest one we've got. Now, I know the Chargers game's going to be crazy. We got to win that one too. But you got to win this one first, so you can't overlook it, right?
Yeah, let's go, Steve-O, baby. Bring the heat. Bring the heat. Keep that dynasty rolling. Real quick before we head out tonight, Mike, you retweeted this, but it was a video that our boy Warren Sharp, we've had him on the show before. You guys remember, great episode, by the way. Just endless knowledge in that guy's dome. Love Warren.
Giant dome.
He put out a video talking about, I think it was Jeff Saturday or somebody said, oh, if the Chiefs don't make it to the playoffs this year, we all have to look at Patrick Mahomes differently. Like, it's going to tarnish his entire legacy and his career and this and that. And Warren called his bluff. He said it was bullshit. And he gave all the reasons why it was bullshit. And it was masterfully done by Warren. And I thought that you guys should go check that video out after this. You can just go over to x.com/allchieftUp. If you're not following us on X, go do that. But it's on there. Mike retweeted it. And, dude, shout out Warren, baby. That was good info.
Yeah, I mean, I think Chase Daniel did something the other day, and I wrote on there as well, and you can find those. I went ahead and ran Patrick Mahomes' numbers out for the rest of the year, and his numbers are better than his numbers were better than the MVP numbers over the past 2 MVP winners.
Yeah.
So again, he's projected to have his best season since 2021. And people are saying Patrick Mahomes is the reason we're losing. It's just crazy. It's just showing the Patrick Mahomes hate. If this were Joe Burrow, they'd be trying to erect statues.
Dude, I've already seen Bengals fans all over X. As soon as Joe Burrow comes back, it's obvious that if he could stay healthy, he is the best quarterback to ever play football.
Shut up.
It's like, good Lord, you guys are relentless. That's what we need to be about the guy that actually is. You know, let's show him some love. Let's get behind Mahomes. Let's get behind the Chiefs, and let's make this 5-game run, go to the playoffs, and shock the world. Let's do it. Why not? Why not?
I ain't got nothing to add
What
to
better
that.
do we have to do? What better do we have to do?
Nothing.
Come
Because look,
on.
if the Chiefs crap out, then we're all stuck here in the dark days of December, getting ready to run up all the money on our credit cards that we don't have, just to have the Chiefs probably lose again on Christmas Day and ruin our whole entire season. So look, we're going to get a win, and then we're going to win on Christmas, and we're going to have a good December, Steve. And we're going to march our happy asses right into January playoffs is what we're doing.
Yes, absolutely. Guys, appreciate y'all being here. Do us a favor, hit that like button on the way out if you haven't already. That would be much appreciated. But you know what? Real quick, before I even leave, because I forgot all about this, we have something to give away in the poll.
Oh,
Nope, never mind. They said no. They don't want it.
nobody even wants it?
54% said no.
What?
Nobody wants your card, brother.
That's wild.
Nobody wants it.
Okay. I'll
All
keep
right.
it then.
Anyway, hit the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. You can join to.allchieftUp.com. You can go over to our store, merch.allchieftUp.com. If you want 15% off everything in the store, all you have to do is promo code Chiefsmiths. That's promo code Chiefsmiths, 15% off at merch.allchieftUp.com. Shout out Zarda and shout out DraftKings for sponsoring tonight's live stream. You guys are awesome. Appreciate the support. Thanks so much, all you guys that gifted memberships. and everything like that. You guys are freaking awesome, and we'll catch you next time, baby. Go Chiefs.
Get wild.